Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Locum23. You're joining me for Choices of Stories You Play, Freshman Book 3, Chapter 16, Never Gonna Give You Up. Never gonna let you down. Oh, you stand at the door and stare at James, your mouth agape. Please tell me Zig brought ice like he was supposed to. Actually, it's not. You open the door wider and let James in. The cheerful buzz in the room goes quiet as he enters.
Oh, sorry. I guess it's a bad time.
No, it's fine. Come on, we'll just go to my room. You turn to your friends with your brow furrowed. Is it okay if I excuse myself from the party prep? We need a moment. Sure thing, Mizumi. Take all the time you need. We've got this covered. You lead James back to your room and sit on the edge of your bed. James gazes around before sitting down next to you.
It's good to be back.
After a few seconds, he clears his throat. I'm trying to read this pink sign behind him.
Mizumi, I'm so sorry about everything. I should have listened to you.
Wow. I didn't think you would come back.
I understand why you would think that, especially since I've been turning into a pretty big Hollywood sellout.
I didn't mean it like that. I just was worried that you might be too deep into everything to back out. James frowns, rubbing his hands against his forehead.
You know, I felt so lucky to be working on my own movie that I decided to ignore the way I was being undercut and manipulated. And then you showed up and put everything back into perspective.
Really? It didn't seem like you felt that way when you shrugged off my advice.
I'm sorry. It took a while for it to sink in, and I guess on some level I wanted to impress you, and when you had reached the opposite reaction.
James, I didn't mean to doubt you. Of course I'm impressed by you, but I have been since I first met you.
I wish I'd seen that sooner. The day after you left, I was on set, and I realized I didn't even recognize my own story anymore. I confronted Yasmin in private, hoping that night she came to my apartment I'd been a fluke, and that she'd be professional. But she was cold and condescending, and barely listening to what I had to say. She told me to go whine to you, since we're so close.
Sorry, James. I know it's not easy to have someone break your trust, especially when you've got power over you like she does.
And that was the final straw for me. After the way she behaved, as if I spurned her, I knew this couldn't work anymore. I quit right on the spot. I spent yesterday signing away all of my involvement to the studio. Then I got on the first plane home.
You walked away from your movie? James, are you sure that...
Mizumi. It was all too much, too fast. I was losing myself and my values, and drifting away from the people I care about. And I didn't like that. I shouldn't have doubted you. You were looking out for me on the top of dealing with your own problems. And I completely blew you off. I'm so sorry for everything. I'm never going to make those mistakes again.
James, I'm just glad you're home. Honestly, I'm still a little upset. Glad you're home. I was getting a little worried, but I knew you'd figure out what was right for you. I've realized recently I have a way of getting a little over-involved, so I was trying to keep my distance. But I hope you know that I want to see you happy.
Oh, believe me, I know. I mean, you came all the way to LA to help me. I've been so ungrateful about the whole thing.
Don't even worry about it. It's behind us now. I'll leave it at this. I told you so. You both burst into laughter, and you reach over to give his hand a squeeze. I'm happy that you're back, but don't you feel a little bummed that you had to step back from the movie?
James shrugs and waves his hand dismissively.
I keep wondering what the sign says. I'm triggered.
They can keep it. The main thing this whole experience has taught me is that the movie biz isn't for me. I mean, my parents aren't too thrilled, but that's nothing new.
So, what will you do now?
Keep calm and study hard, is what the sign says.
I finally got it.
It took a minute! I know next year is my senior year, but I still want to stay involved at Hartfeld. I was thinking about working on the school newspaper. Apparently, most of the staff is graduating, and the editor-in-chief is looking for someone to take up the reins.
Really? I'm kind of surprised. Journalism is pretty different from fiction.
I'm still going to write fiction in my free time, but these past few months have made me really reconsider what I want to do with my life. Hollywood feels just so slimy, full of lies. It would be nice to be involved in something more honest.
Look at you, a regular Clark Kent. I'll be the first in line when the premiere issue is hot off the presses.
Actually, I was thinking, since you've really honed your writing skills lately, maybe you could be one of my columnists. Columnists.
That sounds fun. I've gotten so used to writing at this point, it'd probably feel weird if I wasn't doing it.
I'll keep you in the loop. I'm going to try and get into the swing of things by the start of the next quarter. What would you be interested in covering?
Ooh. Oh, I want to write about events happening around campus, media reviews, juicy gossip. So events happening around campus, media reviews. That would be a plus. Or juicy gossip. Let's go with media reviews.
That's perfect. You make a great arts and entertainment reporter. I bet you could even put a regular plugs for Kaitlyn's band.
Wah, 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 wah. Oh, actually, the Gutter Kittens kind of fell apart. I'll let Kaitlyn fill you in on that later. But I'm sure she'll stay involved with the music scene. I'll hit her up with for any good suggestions.
This is great. I'm glad we have a chance to work together again. We'll be a regular Woodward and Bernstein.
We'll see about that. I still need to finish Vasquez's book.
I forgot to ask, how's the writing going?
I mean, I've got a good amount, but I feel like I've been too distracted lately to make much progress. And I've basically got just a week left.
Easy peasy.
Says you, Mr. Playwright, Screenwriter, Newspaper Editor.
Mizumi, here's what's going to happen. Right now, you're going to pound out as many pages as possible while I edit what you've written already. You see, if I can get an emergency meeting with Adia, hear her feedback, and then you and I are going to keep working while the inspiration is still fresh. I know I wasn't very useful when I was in LA, but I plan to make up for that now and give you whatever help you need.
Okay, but we've got to stop at 7 because the suite is having a party. I would have invited you, but I thought you were still in LA.
Ah, the streamers make sense now. Well, I can't wait to see everyone. But for now, he grabs your laptop from your bedside table and drops it on your lap. Let's get down to business. Eventually, James steps out so you can change. What
should I wear them on the meeting? Okay, so I'm the meeting? Like we're meeting with Adia now? I'm just gonna keep it casual. I mean, casual, casual for the party, casual for Adia. This look is perfect. I mean, it is Hartfield you. Later, you sit in Professor Adia's office, tapping your foot restlessly while she looks over your draft. Mizumi, I have to say this is looking really good. It seems like you've had a fit of inspiration since the last time we met. Having James back has been a huge help. He's got great advice and knows how to push me to do my best work. It's certainly nice to know that someone has your back. Sometimes we need a little encouragement. So, are we looking at a lot of rewrites? Professor Adia shuffles the papers together on the table and passes them back over to you, her notes scrawled in red pen. Well, that depends on how much finessing you want to do. I think you've got something fairly solid at the moment. As it is, it could use a little more refinement and more cohesive ending. There's also room for some more flavor and detail. Maybe you can press your friends for some amusing stories. I can try. I'm glad to hear that I'm heading in the right direction. You are cutting it a little close without an ending yet. Have you given any thought to how you might conclude the book? I was thinking of a happy, romantic ending. Something about self-realization and growth. A high-speed car chase with explosions. Okay, so if you really think about it... Oh, I need a sip. I mean, and this might get you a little teary-eyed. This might not just be the end of the book, but also the freshman series as a whole, by the way. So, all good things must come to an end, remember that. A happy romantic ending, something about self-realization and growth. Well, the high-speed car chase, that would be most wanted. So we're stuck between 1 and 2. Happy romantic ending, something. Self-realization and growth. Oof. This is tough. For now, happy romantic ending. You're a sucker for a sweet ending. Kinda. That would certainly fit with the rest of the book. Just try to avoid something too maudlin? Oh, I know. I think Professor Vasquez's ghost would haunt me forever if I tried to turn his book into a romance novel. It sounds like you've got things under control. Just keep fleshing it out, and I think you'll have a pretty strong book on your hands. Thanks so much, Professor. That's it, unless you have any other questions for me. Otherwise, I guess this is our last check-in before the editors get their hands on it. Wow. I can't believe how quickly this quarter has flown by. I know things have been up and down for you, Mizumi, but if you ask me, I say you've had a very colorful freshman year. I'm glad you've been making the most of it. Thanks. It was kind of rough at times, but I wouldn't change a thing. And thank you again for meeting with me on such short notice. Of course. You're lucky that I checked my email right before heading out the door. I need to get going now, but good luck with the rest of the book, and I hope you have a nice summer. Thanks, Professor. You too. That evening, you and your friends gather on the roof with drinks and snacks, everyone in high spirits. You sit in a chair with Kaitlyn in your lap, your arms wrapped around her waist. Guys, we made it! I wouldn't be so quick to celebrate. We still have finals left this week? Cheer up, Chris. At least classes are over, which frees up so much time for extracurricular activities. My mom said my new soldering kit just arrived in the mail. You stand up and tap the side of your plastic cup, calling everyone's attention. I think a toast is in order. Chris and Zig had a successful presentation. Kaitlyn passed her makeup tests. Hopefully, and James is back home. Everyone cheers and raises their glasses.
I'd like to say a few words, if I may. I just wanted to quickly thank you all for having me over. I know I haven't always gotten along with everyone here, but I was wrong to judge you. I can see now that when it comes down to it, you're an amazing and compassionate bunch.
Well, maybe you're not the only one who is quick to judge. I, um, I'm sorry that I blamed you for ruining my show. I was already having so many issues with everyone, and you just got caught in the middle. But you've really come through for my friends. I was wrong about you. Hey, I'm glad you two are making your peace. Let's all hug it out.
Uh, you're not serious, are you?
Damn straight I'm serious. Everyone come here. Oh, come on! Kiss my ass! We can make it a wild party. Wet t-shirt contest! Alright. Sorry, Mizumi, but that sounds like a recipe for everyone spilling their drinks on each other. Okay, but later. You hear me? What, you couldn't put your drinks down? Come on. Zig breaks out into a grin, and Kaitlyn smiles sheepishly. After a moment, Chris clears his throat. Most of us have seen the Hartfield action unfold in real time. But James, you'll have to fill us in on your time in L.A.
It had its ups and downs. I ultimately decided that it wasn't my scene, but I still learned a lot.
Oh, come on, James. How about some gossip? You must have seen some pretty juicy stuff on set.
Not really. I found out at a party that Mario Berman is allergic to shellfish.
Oh, that's... Who's Mario Berman again? You all laugh, the sound fading into the quiet night.
Man, I missed you guys. LA had its perks, but it really doesn't compare to being with your friends.
That kind of cheesiness is exactly why we missed you too, James. I, for one, am happy to have my favorite editor back. You wouldn't believe how much progress I made on Vasquez's book this afternoon. Wow, with everything that's been going on, I almost forgot you were writing a book.
I can't believe this is the first I'm hearing about it. That's seriously impressive, Mizumi.
The deadline must be coming up pretty soon. How are you feeling about it so far? I'm feeling confident, having some doubts, trying not to think about it. I'm feeling confident. I met with Adia today, and she had some pretty nice things to say. Now all I need to worry about is adding some more character detail and working out the ending. More detail, you say? Kaitlyn stands up abruptly, looking triumphant. I know exactly where you can get him. Oh no, here it comes. Kaitlyn clears her throat and does her best impression of a game show announcer. That's right, folks. It's time for your national classic, your favorite game, and mine. It's time for Truth or Truth! She gives a bow, while you all applaud politely. Zig leans in to whisper to you.
I don't think I've ever heard of this game.
Pretty sure that's because she invented it. But this time with a special twist in the name of academics. Mizumi gets to ask everyone a question of her choosing to use in her book. All the names in the book have been changed, so there's no need to be coy. Who's in? Oh, come on!
I hate you, Pixelberry.
Oh, Kaitlyn, I'll manage without the extra stories. Even though everyone would willingly play along without diamonds, but... I appreciate the gesture, but I'll come up with something myself. I need to expand on what I already have. What? But I have so many hilarious stories from my misspent youth. I'm sure you'll find a chance to tell us about them sometime. But I don't want to put you all on the spot. Really, Mizumi, it's not a problem. I know our stories will be safe in your hands. You know, if only that dickhead Pixelberry didn't put a diamond wall. Because everyone's like, no, seriously, we'll do it. We'll throw ourselves at you. Ugh. Honestly, I'd rather just hang out with you guys than think about my book right now. Now that I can understand. Let's play something else instead. How about 20 questions? Kaitlyn, that's like basically the same exact thing. Exactly. Amidst all the happy chatter, you hear a faint ringing sound coming from downstairs. Hey guys, quiet down for a second. Do you hear that? In the following signs, you hear the doorbell ring. Did we invite anyone else? I don't think so. I even had to break it to Madison that this was a small private thing. She was surprisingly upset. Something tells me it's Zach's boyfriend. You don't think it's a robber, do you? Really, dude? What is your obsession with burglars? I swear this is like the third time you've proposed that idea. Statistically speaking, the odds are pretty high that it would be a burglar at this time of night. They ring the bell to see if anyone's home. Everyone stares at the stairwell. So, who's gonna... Nose goes! Touch my nose? You swiftly bring your hand up and touch her nose. Zach is the last person to do so. Fine. I'm going. But if I don't come back, you'd better avenge me. Zach stands up and trudges down the stairs. You all stay quiet, listening intently for the sound of the door opening. This is completely inane. We've gotten ourselves all worked up that it's a murder or something, when it's probably just... Oh my god! We've killed Zach! Oh my god. Oh! Well, back to the party. Within seconds, you and your friends head cautiously down the stairs to investigate. Watch, it's Braham and Brandon. You sked to a halt when you see Zach standing in front of the door, jumping up and down in excitement. Man, Zach, we thought you died. Maybe I did, because this must be heaven. Guys! He swings the door wide open and throws his arms around Brandon's neck. Predictability is Pixelberry's trademark. Brandon drops his suitcase and squeezes Zach tight. My boyfriend's back! You know, Zach, can't resist making a scene. It's one of the many, many things I've missed about him. Brandon, it's so good to see you again. Brandon pulls away from Zach, and Chris hugs him. The rest of you follow suit. Zig comes up last and shakes Brandon's hand. Hey, I'm Zig, and, I think I took your job at the cafe. No worries, man. That place always needs all the employees it can get. I thought Zach said you wouldn't be back until after the dance. That was the plan originally, but in the end, I decided Spring Fling wasn't worth missing. So I begged my mom for some extra cash, changed my flight, and Viola. I didn't fly on United either. I've heard horrible things. I hope you bought me a ticket to the dance, because I'm going to be paying my mom back until I die. I did not. But I'm sure an extra ticket is nothing that the school president can't swing. Hey, don't cash in all your favors at once. I've got my eye on a priority registration for next quarter. Abby nudges Chris in the ribs and winks at him. Guys, Brandon just came back from Peru. You must have tons of great stories. Did you try any new fruits, meet any cuties, find any treasure in Machu Picchu. The only treasures I took away were happy memories. What? No valuable artifacts? No mummy's curse? No high-stakes boulder chase? Kaitlyn, that kind of stuff is just in the movies. Hey, y'all didn't tutor me in history. My knowledge of Incan culture is limited to mummy horror flicks. Hopefully sometime I can teach you some actual facts about Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu. Well, your friends welcome Brandon inside. You and Kaitlyn head to the roof to grab drinks and snacks left behind. I can't believe Brandon is back. I haven't seen Zach this happy in forever. There's nothing quite like seeing a happy couple back together, right? You smile and take Kaitlyn's hand. They're not the only ones. Yeah, it does kind of feel like I've been gone for a while. Like, when did our suite get so clean? Probably the minute you were here to trail chip crumbs and popcorn kernels all over the place. Hey, I clean up after my night snacks. Sometimes. Now, there's the Kaitlyn I know. Anyway, I'm happy to have you back. Crumbs and all. What's going to happen to the band now? Nope, we're having a good moment. Oh, if you want crumbs, there are still plenty in my room. Actually, I think there might be some potentially toxic life forms growing in one of my coffee mugs. Wow, you sure know how to set the mood. Okay, how about this? I wash my sheets, then you can come to my room for some much needed makeup cuddles. Well, it's a step in the right direction, I guess. You both laugh, and you lean your head against her shoulder. She drapes her arms around you, pulling you closer. You have no idea how much I've missed this. I think I have an inkling. You wrap your arms around Kaitlyn's waist and brush your lips against hers, lightly inhaling her familiar scent. I love you, Mizumi. I love you too. Not to cut the moment short, but we should probably get back to the others. You know, that's my line. Normally, Pixelberry will just block this off with a diamond wall. Wow, Kaitlyn. Just wow. It's innate now. Thank you, Pixelberry. I guess so. Promise we'll pick this up later? Oh, we will. And if you do me the honor of being my date for the spring fling, you'll be in for a treat. How can I say no to an offer like that? What kind of treat do you have in store for me? I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise, but prepare to be swept off your feet. What will spring fling have in store for you? Find out in the final chapter of Freshman Book 3. Bow, wow. If we're gonna give you up, if we're gonna... Oh my god. Oh, Pixelberry. Why you do this? Why you do this? Rickrolling us in a professional manner. I can't accept this. But I hope you all did enjoy that. And I'm looking forward to the finale. So, I guess I'll save my statement and or question till recap. Such as, will there be a sophomore book? Will there be a series beyond this? Tune in to find out. Or will Pixelberry finally retire from Freshman and make Most Wanted Book 2? One will never know until they do it. So I hope you all did enjoy it. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, because if you're not already, you're going to miss out on great content and past content as well. You may want to check that out. And then
I hope you're all doing fantastic. Remember to stay awesome, stay well, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.